I don't think I can do this. Please give me some time, Lydia said softly to her husband Lucas. I'm having terrible headaches. The stress from the wedding is too much. My whole body is in pain. Please, honey, allow me to sleep tonight. It was their wedding night, the first time Lucas and Lydia were sleeping in the same room as husband and wife. Lucas had waited for this night almost all his life. He had imagined it many times during the long years they dated. Now the night had finally come, but Lydia was closing the door he had waited so long to open. Lucas and Lydia had dated for 6 years. They were both Christians and attended the same church. During those 6 years, Lucas had never touched Lydia in a sexual way. He did not even know the color of her underwear. Many times he had begged her, but she always refused, saying it was against their faith. Lucas controlled himself, endured the desire, and waited patiently for marriage. Now that they were finally married, her words cut him deeply. What do you mean you are having headaches? Lucas asked angrily. I have waited for this night all my life. Throughout the wedding today, this was all I could think about. Don't try to provoke me. I will force you if I have to. Only a man could understand the pressure Lucas felt that night. His body felt like a tightly sealed gas cylinder, ready to explode with the smallest spark. Try it and touch me, Lydia shouted. I will scream. I will scream until everyone in this hotel hears that you are a rapist. If you are not ready for this honeymoon, I will pack my bags and go back home. Nonsense. Her voice was sharp and cold. What is wrong with you? Lucas asked, his voice shaking. What did I do to deserve this? Why are you turning our happiest night into pain? This is not fair. Tears gathered in his eyes. Stop disturbing me like a mosquito, Lydia replied. I'm tired. Let me sleep. The room fell silent. Only the gentle sound of the air conditioner filled the space. The room was cool and calm, but Lucas was sweating heavily, his heart burning with pain. I will go and drink away my sorrow, Lucas said to himself. He stood up, dressed, and walked to the hotel bar. He ordered a bottle of Abu and began drinking straight from it. When the waitress offered him a glass, he waved her away. Soon the bottle was empty, and Lucas was drunk. If you beat a child, you can't stop him from crying, he muttered. If you deny me my bedroom rights, you can't stop me from drinking. He slept off on the bar chair. Later that night, the waitress woke him up. Boss, we are closing. It's 11 p.m. Please go to your room. I want to lock up and go home, she said. Under the blue lights of the bar, the waitress looked beautiful. Lucas raised his head and stared at her face, his eyes searching. What is your name? He asked weakly. Sandra, she replied, avoiding his eyes. Sandra, please help me, Lucas pleaded. I'm lonely. Can you take me to your room? I just want someone to talk to. No, sir, Sandra said firmly. I don't stay in the hotel. I live in town. Please leave so I can close. I will follow you anywhere, Lucas cried. Please don't leave me alone. My heart is broken. Lucas dropped to his knees and began crying uncontrollably. His tears flowed freely, his nose running. People stared. Jesus, please stop crying, Sandra said, embarrassed but touched. Okay, I will go with you. Stand up. They left the hotel and boarded a taxi. Soon, Lucas found himself in Sandra's small one-room apartment. There was only a thin mattress on the floor, a few cooking pots in a corner, and a small bag beside the bed. Strangely, Lucas felt more welcome there than in the expensive hotel room he shared with his wife. This place is nice, Lucas said as they ate suya. Don't laugh at me, Sandra said shyly. I just finished secondary school. I came to the city to hustle. I paid for this room last week after sleeping at a friend's place. I like you, Lucas said softly. He fed her a piece of suya. She accepted it. That moment changed everything. Soon they kissed. One thing led to another. That night, Lucas slept peacefully for the first time. The next morning, Lucas returned to the hotel. Honey, I'm sorry, Lydia said, kneeling with tears. I don't know what came over me. Please forgive me. You hurt me deeply, Lucas replied. But I forgive you. 3 weeks later, Lucas received a call from Sandra. She had missed her period. She was pregnant. You will have to abort this pregnancy, Lucas said firmly to Sandra. I am not ready to take responsibility for a child now. I will pay for everything. Whatever it costs, I will give you the money. Go to the clinic and remove it. I want it done within 24 hours. They were sitting at the hotel bar where Lucas had asked Sandra to meet him so they could talk face to face. Sandra stood up, her hands on her waist, her eyes burning with anger. "Why do you want to kill an innocent child?" she asked. "Many people are crying every day because they cannot have children, and we have one freely given to us. You want me to throw it away? I will not do it. I am keeping this baby." Lucas looked worried and restless. "Sandra, you don't understand," he said in a low voice. "If this news comes out, my life will be destroyed. What happened between us was just a fling. It meant nothing. I was drunk that night. I wasn't thinking straight. It was a mistake. Please end the pregnancy." Sandra shook her head slowly. "I can't do this. Abortion is dangerous. What if I die? I will keep the baby. Even if you don't marry me, just take care of your child. I'm not forcing myself on you, but I'm keeping it." Customers at the bar were shouting to be served, and Sandra tried to stand up and attend to them, but Lucas grabbed her hand and forced her to sit back down. "It seems you don't hear what I'm saying," Lucas snapped. "Let me tell you the truth. I am married." Sandra froze. Her body went cold. "You are what?" she asked slowly, her face tightening with pain. "I am married," Lucas said. "That same night we slept together. I was in this hotel with my wife. It was my wedding night. We had an argument, and that was how I ended up with you. If you don't abort this pregnancy, you will ruin my marriage and my life." He raised his hand and showed her his wedding ring. Lucas then dropped a small bag on the table. "There is 50,000 cedis in this bag," he said. "Use it for the abortion. After today, never call me again. I'm deleting your number. Forget that you ever met someone called Lucas." He stood up and walked away. Sandra sat there in shock. She was only 23 years old, and Lucas was the first man who had ever touched her. Her heart broke into pieces. "I kept myself for years," she cried silently, "only to give my body to a man who never valued me. Why did I sleep with a stranger?" That same night, Sandra went into the bar, picked up a pen and paper, wrote her resignation letter, dropped it on the counter, and walked away from the hotel forever. Back home, 1 month had passed since Lucas and Lydia got married, but things were still terrible. For 30 days, Lydia refused to sleep with him. They even stopped sharing the same room. Lucas became depressed and confused. "Why can't I touch my own wife?" he asked himself. "Why did I pay bride price with my hard-earned cedis if I will live like this?" One evening, Lucas went to a nearby joint and drank a bottle of abu. "Am I not her husband?" he muttered. "Why is she hiding her body from me?" That night, Lucas returned home determined to change things. Lydia was asleep. He entered the room and touched her gently. At first, she responded, but suddenly she pushed him away. "Please stop," Lydia said. "I'm not ready." "This is the same thing you have said for 1 month," Lucas shouted. "When will you be ready?" "It's my body," Lydia replied coldly. "I will decide when." Lucas lost control. They struggled. Lydia screamed. Neighbors heard everything. Lucas failed and stormed out. The next morning, Lydia reported him to the police. Lucas was arrested and locked up. "You called us to your house and told us your husband raped you last night," the police officer said firmly to Lydia. "Rape is a very serious crime. We don't joke with it. Why are you now saying he didn't do it? Do you think we are here to play?" It was 12 noon. Lydia had been at the police station since morning, crying and begging. After Lucas was arrested and locked up, she stayed alone at home and began to feel guilty. She realized she had gone too far. She quickly took her car keys and drove to the station, determined to bring her husband back. "Please, sir," Lydia cried. "He didn't rape me. He was only playing with me. My husband is a gentleman. He cannot even hurt a fly. Since he married me, he has shown me nothing but love." She wiped her tears with a tissue from her handbag. Her makeup ran, and the tissue turned yellow from her powder. "We have already completed the paperwork," the officer replied coldly. "Your husband will be charged to court tomorrow. Get a lawyer. You reported him, so let him answer in court. Go home." The officer did not look at her. He kept writing with a red pen. Lydia felt hopeless, but she knew every man had a weakness. She reached into her handbag again and brought out a bundle of cedis. She counted 5,000 cedis and quietly pushed it into his hand. The officer paused. His face softened. Within 10 minutes, Lydia and Lucas were driving home together. "Honey, please forgive me," Lydia said while driving. "I don't know what came over me. I can't believe I called the police on my own husband. I'm not worthy to be your wife anymore. Please find it in your heart to forgive me." Lucas kept quiet for a while, then spoke. "So when we get home, will you allow me to make love to you?" he asked calmly. "Will you apologize to me properly in the bedroom? Many fights between couples end on the bed. Are you ready to give me what I want? He did not look at her. No, honey, Lydia replied quickly. I'm still not ready. When I am ready, I will tell you. Please be patient with me. Lucas was shocked. Anger filled his face. You are 27 years old, he said. When you say your body is not ready, what do you mean? Lydia did not answer. She went inside the house, sat on the sofa, and turned on Z World. Lucas stayed quiet and began to plan. That evening, Lucas went to town and bought 2 strong sleeping tablets. The pharmacy lady told him 1 tablet could make someone sleep for 12 hours. He bought 2 because he wanted Lydia to sleep for 24 hours. When he got home, he crushed the tablets on the tiles using a bottle of Coke. He poured the powder into Lydia's soup pot and stirred it well. Then he left the house, hoping she would eat. Around 10 p.m., Lucas returned home feeling confident. Tonight is my night, he said to himself. He bathed, sprayed perfume, and walked into the bedroom quietly, wearing only his boxers. The room was silent. He believed Lydia had eaten and was deeply asleep. He climbed onto the bed and touched her gently. She did not respond. Just as he tried to remove her underwear, Lydia slapped him hard. The slap shocked him badly. Lucas ran out into the living room. Unknown to him, Lydia had not eaten. She was watching her weight and never ate after 7 p.m. Later, Lucas became very hungry. He went into the kitchen and served himself from the same soup. He prepared iba and ate well. After eating, he suddenly remembered, "My God, I ate the drugged soup." He tried to vomit, but it was too late. He collapsed in the kitchen and slept deeply. He woke up 16 hours later in the hospital. Lydia had rushed him there thinking he was dead. After he was discharged, Lucas made a decision. "I will look for Sandra," he said to himself. "I treated her badly, but I must find her." He drove into the streets searching for Sandra. "I pray I will see Sandra, and I pray she has not aborted the baby," Lucas said to himself as he drove on the expressway leading to the hotel where he first met her. He switched on the car music player and inserted a CD filled with reggae songs. The first song that played was One Love, but he quickly changed it and selected I Got You Babe by Lucky Dube. He wound down the windows and increased the volume to the highest level. "I have gone around the world trying to find a woman that will understand me," Lucky Dube sang softly. Lucas sang along, shaking his head as he drove, hoping deeply that Sandra would still understand him. After about 15 minutes, he arrived at the hotel. He walked straight into the bar, his eyes scanning everywhere, hoping to see Sandra. "She no longer works here," a new waitress said coldly. She was busy serving customers drinks as bottles clinked loudly. Lucas felt panic. "Please, do you know where she is now? Did she get another job? Do you have her number or address? Please, I need to see her. It's a matter of life and death," Lucas begged. The waitress looked him up and down and said nothing. From her silence, Lucas knew she had information. He regretted deleting Sandra's number. "Do you have Abu?" Lucas asked suddenly. "Yes, it's chilled," the waitress replied. "Bring me 2 bottles," Lucas said. He brought out a bundle of sedis and dropped it on the counter. "Take the cost and keep the change." Immediately, the waitress smiled. She picked a pen and paper and wrote down Sandra's phone number and address. She handed it to Lucas politely. Lucas grabbed the paper and rushed back to his car. He started the engine and sped off. Lucas knew Sandra would not pick his call, so he decided to go straight to her address. Lucky Dube's song played again as he drove, filling his heart with hope. When he reached the street written on the paper, he slowed down and parked in front of a small shopping mall. He jumped out of the car, feeling like a man going to fight a battle. As he lifted his head, he saw a signboard boldly written, "Sandra Fashion House." Did she open a shop, Lucas wondered. He walked closer. Inside the shop, Sandra was sitting behind an electric sewing machine. 4 young girls were working quietly. "What are you doing here?" Sandra shouted as soon as she saw Lucas. Before coming to the city, Sandra had learned fashion designing. She worked at the hotel to raise money for her shop. When Lucas gave her 50,000 seedeyes to abort the pregnancy, she used the money to open her fashion shop instead. "At least offer me a seat," Lucas said calmly. "Even someone sentenced to death is allowed to sit before judgment." Sandra ordered the 4 girls to leave. When they left, she stood up and slapped Lucas hard across the face. Lucas held his cheek. "Women slap me everywhere I go," he said weakly. "My wife slaps me and now you too." Despite herself, Sandra smiled briefly. "You tricked me," she shouted. You got me pregnant and later told me you were married. You even told me to abort my child. Wicked man. Lucas knelt down immediately. I was wrong, he begged. I should have told you the truth from the beginning. I never forgot you. You are the only woman who ever made me happy. I want you and this baby. I want to marry you. He brought out an engagement ring. What about your wife? Sandra asked quietly. There is no law against marrying two wives, Lucas replied. I can take care of both of you. Sandra looked at her growing stomach. After a long silence, she stretched out her hand and accepted the ring. That day, Lucas did not return to Lydia's house. He went home with Sandra and spent the night with her. Later that night, Sandra asked, How will you convince your wife? Lucas smiled. I have a plan. They slept off together in peace. This is our housemaid, Lucas said calmly as he entered the house, with Sandra walking quietly behind him. Before coming to the city, Lucas had gone with Sandra to her village. She introduced him to her parents, and everything was made to look official. After that, Sandra packed all her belongings, loaded them into Lucas's car, and followed him to his house. Lydia sat in the living room, confused and surprised. You have been complaining that housework is too much for you, Lucas explained quickly. So last weekend I traveled to the village to look for someone who can help you. I wanted it to be a surprise. I'm sure you will like her. Her name is Sandra. Sandra froze. Why is he calling me a housemaid? She asked herself. I am his wife, not a maid. Her heart beat fast with anger, but she forced herself to stay calm. She did not want her relationship with Lydia to start with trouble. Lydia was drinking wine and watching Z World, her favorite channel. She raised her glass and spoke. But she is pregnant, Lydia said. How can a pregnant woman work as a maid? Is she the only person in the village? Lucas did not hesitate. She is related to me, he lied. She is my late uncle's daughter. An old man of about 75 years got her pregnant, and the elders wanted to force her to marry him. I couldn't allow that to happen, so I brought her here. He continued, lying confidently. She is very strong and hardworking. Even with the pregnancy, she can do everything. She is not lazy at all. Sandra stood quietly, her head lowered like a respectful maid. Lydia thought for a moment. If you say she can work, then let her stay, Lydia said finally. Lucas sighed with relief. He hugged Lydia and kissed her happily. Sandra felt jealousy burn inside her. How can he kiss her in front of me? She thought angrily. Still, she kept quiet. She knew she carried Lucas's child, and that gave her power. She decided to be calm and smart. Follow me, Lydia said to Sandra. She took her to a small room in the security post outside the main house. The security post had two small rooms. One belonged to the security man, and Lydia gave the other to Sandra. This is your room, Lydia said. Sandra looked around in shock. This? She asked quietly. Yes, Lydia replied. After work in the main house, you will come here and sleep. Sandra forced a smile. It's very nice, Ma. Thank you, she said. Even though her heart was heavy, she bowed slightly. Thank you for accepting me despite my pregnancy. You saved me from suffering in the village. I promise to be obedient. Lydia smiled, pleased. Later, when Lucas found out that Sandra was placed in the security post, he became angry. In this big house, she chose this place for a pregnant woman, he thought bitterly. That evening, Lucas went to a nearby bar and drank a bottle of Abu. Why didn't I tell Lydia the truth, he asked himself. I have trapped myself. That night, Lucas decided to sleep in the security post with Sandra. He quietly left the bedroom and walked outside. The security man flashed his torch. Olga, sorry, sir, the man said quickly. Lucas said nothing and entered Sandra's room. The door was not locked. Am I welcome? Lucas asked. No, Sandra replied sharply. But deep inside, she wanted him to beg. I did this to protect you, Lucas pleaded. If Lydia knows the truth, she could harm you. Please be patient. I promise to stand by you. Sandra sighed. How can I be a maid in my husband's house? She said. But I love you. I will endure it. Just promise I will lack nothing, and you will come to me every night. She moved closer and kissed him. They fell onto the small mattress and made love. From that night on, Lucas left Lydia every night and went to Sandra's room, until one night the security man saw them together, and all hell broke loose. Madam, there is something I want to tell you, the security man said quietly to Lydia, who was sitting in the living room, drinking red wine and watching Z World as usual. You know you are my person. I cannot see something bad and keep quiet. Lydia placed her glass of wine on the marble table and lifted her face. "What do you want to tell me?" she asked. "It is about Olga, your husband," the security man began. He was about to continue when Lucas suddenly walked into the living room with Sandra behind him. Lucas immediately sensed danger. He knew the security man was about to expose him. "Abu!" Lucas shouted. "Go to the security post right now. Pack your things and leave this compound immediately. Don't ever come back here again." That was how Abu lost his job. He walked away with his head bowed, like a defeated man. Lydia stood up in shock. "He was about to tell me something important. Why did you sack him like that?" she asked angrily. "He stole 10,000 CDs from my car." Lucas lied quickly. "I caught him myself." Lydia was surprised and speechless. She did not say anything again. Lucas then turned to her calmly. "Honey, I have registered Sandra in a fashion house," he said. "It's not good for her to stay idle at home. I want her to learn handwork." Sandra stood quietly with her head down. She knew Lucas was lying again, but she said nothing. "But how will she combine housework and training?" Lydia asked. "She is pregnant. The stress may be too much. I don't support this idea." "I asked her and she said she can handle it," Lucas replied firmly. "She starts tomorrow. I have decided." He walked out of the living room. That was how Sandra continued going to her fashion shop. "Go to the kitchen and cook vegetable soup," Lydia ordered Sandra. "Yes, madam," Sandra replied softly and walked into the kitchen. Each time Lydia ordered her around, Sandra felt pain in her heart. Still, she stayed calm. She knew having her own business and money was her safety. She refused to depend completely on Lucas. After Sandra left the living room, Lydia became thoughtful. "My husband no longer touches me at night," she thought. "He no longer even sleeps beside me." She became worried. A man doesn't stop touching his wife for no reason. He is either touching another woman or has lost interest. Fear filled her heart. That night after dinner, Lydia decided to watch Lucas closely. "I will not allow him to leave this bedroom tonight," she said to herself. "Tonight, I must know the truth." She took her bath and wore a tiny lingerie that showed her body clearly. She sprayed perfume under her arms and smiled at herself. "Tonight no man can resist me," she whispered. By 8 p.m., Lucas entered the bedroom and froze. He had never seen Lydia dressed like that before. For years she had covered herself fully. Tonight was different. Rain during Harmattan, he thought. He climbed onto the bed quietly and stayed on his side. Suddenly, Lydia began touching him romantically. Lucas was shocked. She climbed on his body and played with him freely. "Am I dreaming?" he asked himself. His body reacted. He could no longer control himself. He turned Lydia over and lay on her, ready to continue. Suddenly, there was a loud knock on the bedroom door. "Olga and Madam, please come and save me. There is a snake in my room." It was Sandra's voice. Lucas jumped off the bed immediately. "Please stay here," he told Lydia. "Let me go and kill the snake." He rushed out. Outside the main building, the compound was dark. "I've been waiting since 8 p.m., Sandra said quietly. "The security house is lonely. I couldn't wait anymore. I had to wait for Lydia to relax," Lucas replied, so she wouldn't suspect. That night, Lucas did not return to Lydia's room. He stayed with Sandra. Lydia waited and slowly fell asleep alone. "I want to go to the shopping mall to see a tailor," Lydia said. "I bought a new material and I want to sew a gown. My friend told me about a new tailor at the mall, and I want to try her." She bent down and picked her car keys from the marble table in the living room. Lucas, who was watching BBC News, turned his face to look at her immediately. "Where do you want to wear another gown to?" Lucas asked. "You have many gowns you've never worn. Is there a wedding coming up?" Lucas did not want Lydia to go to the mall. He was afraid she might discover that Sandra was the owner of the tailoring shop. "There is no wedding," Lydia replied with confidence. "I want to visit my father this weekend. I want to look good. I bought new shoes and a handbag yesterday. They match the material. I want a corset gown, and my friend said this tailor is very good." Lucas quickly thought of a way to stop her. "What if I give you 10,000 CDs to buy a ready-made gown?" he asked. "Will you still go to the mall?" Lydia's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" she asked happily. She dropped the car keys, walked closer, and sat on Lucas's lap. "If you're serious, then I won't go anywhere," she said sweetly. Lucas picked his phone and made a transfer. Lydia's phone beeped. She hugged him tightly and laughed with joy. Lucas gently pushed her, and she fell playfully onto the soft cushion. This is the perfect moment, Lucas thought. Let me try again. He sat on her belly and touched her lovingly. Lydia allowed him to touch her everywhere, but when he tried to go further, she suddenly pushed him away with force. Lucas fell backward and hit his head on the marble table. Blood started flowing from his head. "I'm sorry, my darling," Lydia said quickly. "I'm still not ready. Please give me time." She wiped the blood with a white tissue. It turned deep red. "One day you will kill me," Lucas said painfully, "just because I want to touch my wife. What did I do wrong by marrying you?" Lydia said nothing. She cried and walked away. The next day, Lydia still went to the shopping mall. "Where is your madam?" she asked the 4 girls in white uniforms inside the shop. "She stepped out," one replied. Lydia did not know she was inside Sandra's shop. Soon, Sandra returned from the salon. When the 2 women saw each other, they froze. "You own this shop?" Lydia asked in shock. "Yes," Sandra replied calmly. "This is my shop. Would you like to sew a dress?" Lydia was stunned. "You mean you are the owner, not an apprentice?" she asked again. "Yes," Sandra answered firmly. "If you want to sew, we are ready." Lydia turned and walked out without another word. "My husband will explain this," she thought angrily. She drove home quickly. "Who is Sandra to you?" Lydia asked Lucas as soon as she entered the house. "I told you she's my uncle's daughter," Lucas replied. "You lied to me," Lydia shouted. "Why did you open a tailoring shop for her without telling me?" Lucas exploded. "You went to the mall even after promising you wouldn't," he said loudly. "You are selfish. You only think about yourself. You don't care about anyone's happiness. I used my own money to help her. You don't work, you don't do business, and all you do is sit and watch TV. Don't ever question my decisions again." Lydia stood there shaking. She said nothing. Tears rolled down her face. She went into the bedroom and cried all night. "Something is wrong with me," she thought. "This problem in the bedroom is not normal." The next morning she packed her bags. "Tomorrow I will visit my father," Lydia said to herself. "He must answer my questions." She zipped her bag, ready to travel. "Pack all her clothes and load everything into the bus. Don't leave anything behind," Lucas told the bus driver firmly. "She is going to see her father, and I don't want her to return here again. I will follow closely behind." Lucas had made up his mind. His patience was gone. He paid for an 18-seater bus to carry Lydia's belongings back to her father's house. He believed the time had come for her to leave so that he could finally marry Sandra, the woman who made him happy in the bedroom. "It's over between me and Lydia," Lucas said angrily as the driver brought out the last bag. "Be fast. I don't want her to come back and meet us here." The bus was filled with Lydia's clothes, shoes, bags, and boxes. The driver even removed some seats and tied them on the roof so everything could fit. Soon, Lucas drove out of the compound and the bus followed him closely. The journey to Lydia's hometown normally took 1 hour, but they arrived in 30 minutes because Lucas drove very fast. Lucas entered the compound where Lydia was born and raised. She had grown up with her father, Mr. Boudou, because her mother, Konadu, died when Lydia was 8 years old. Her father never remarried. He raised Lydia alone as his only child. Lucas parked his car and showed the bus driver where to park. Lydia's own car was already in the compound. She was inside the house talking to her father. Lucas smiled to himself. He felt relieved that he was finally getting rid of Lydia, whom he believed had brought him pain since their marriage. "Let me go inside and call her father," Lucas said. "His daughter is already here. I will hand over her things properly, then we'll leave." He entered the house quietly. It was a small yellow bungalow with a wide veranda. The zinc roof looked old and rusty. As Lucas stepped inside, he heard Lydia's voice. She was arguing loudly with her father. Lucas stopped and listened quietly. The argument grew intense. "I told you not to marry any other man," Mr. Boudou shouted. "I told you that you belong to me until you die. Why do you think I never remarried after your mother died? I stayed alone because of you," Lydia cried angrily. "Answer me. Is it true that I will die if I sleep with another man apart from you? Tell me the truth." "Yes, it is true," her father replied. "You belong to me. Your body belongs to me, your father. This is what I taught you. You made a mistake by leaving me to live with another man. It's time you returned home." Lydia broke down in tears. Painful memories flooded her mind. Her heart beat loudly, and her body shook. Outside the room, Lucas was frozen. He could not believe what he was hearing, but he continued listening. "You are a liar," Lydia screamed. You abused me from the age of 8. You told me lies so I would never leave you or tell anyone. You said I would die if I spoke. Those were lies to control me." She cried harder. "I'm going back to my husband and nothing will happen to me," she shouted. "You are cursed." Mr. Boodoo moved closer to her, but Lydia slapped him hard. "Don't ever touch me again," she cried. "You destroyed my life for 21 years. You made me fear men. You told me terrible lies. From today, I break free from you." She paused, breathing heavily, then continued. "You are no longer my father, and I am no longer your daughter. I drop everything evil you put inside me. You will live alone in this house." Lucas quietly stepped away. His heart was full. He signaled the bus driver, and they drove away without dropping Lydia's things. As Lucas drove home, his mind was heavy. "Now I understand," he thought. Her fear was not about church. It came from her father. Lucas and the bus driver returned home before Lydia. Lucas rearranged her belongings back into the house. Minutes later, Lydia drove into the compound. She rushed inside, removed her clothes, and pushed Lucas to the floor. She was strong with emotion. For the first time since they met and since they married, they made passionate love. Afterward, Lydia rested on Lucas's chest. "I followed you to your father's house," Lucas said quietly. "I heard everything." He stood up, dressed, and returned with a briefcase containing his licensed gun. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked. "Why did you hide this for 21 years?" "I was scared," Lydia replied with tears. "He made me believe I would die if I spoke." Lucas clenched his jaw. "I'm going to confront him," he said. He walked out and drove toward her father's house. "You are a beast, and I'm here to end your miserable life," Lucas said angrily as he stood before Mr. Boodoo, Lydia's father. "You destroyed Lydia's life to satisfy your evil desires. Now I will destroy yours. Say your last prayers." Lucas pulled out his gun, placed his finger on the trigger, and pointed it straight at the old man's head. "There are no prayers to say," Mr. Boodoo replied coldly. "You are a coward, Lucas. Look at you with a gun. You had this weapon in your house all along, yet you couldn't use it to command my daughter. What kind of man are you? I raised her for myself, not for you. You stole her from me." Mr. Boodoo did not beg. He did not tremble. It was as if he had been waiting for this day. "You are evil," Lucas said, shaking. "You destroyed a child you brought into this world, and you feel no shame. That won't stop me." Lucas had never killed anyone before. The gun was only for protection. His hand shook as he struggled to gather the strength to pull the trigger. "I'm not afraid of death," Mr. Boodoo said. "I'm old. Do it if you're a man." Lucas lost control. He pulled the trigger. The old man fell instantly. Lucas spat on the lifeless body, kicked it, and slapped the face again and again. There was no response. Mr. Boodoo was dead. Lucas rushed out of the compound and drove away. Just as Lydia had cursed her father, no one ever found the body. People in the area knew what Mr. Boodoo had done to his daughter, and they kept quiet. No one asked questions. No one came looking. When Lucas returned home, the compound was silent. He entered the house, hoping to tell Lydia what he had done, but she was nowhere to be found. He searched everywhere. He called her phone, but it was switched off. Then he entered the bedroom and saw a white paper on the bed. It was a long letter from Lydia. "Dear Lucas," the letter began. "Please stay calm as you read this. I know by now you must have killed my father. I also know you are looking for me. Thank you for taking revenge on my behalf." Lucas sat on the bed shaking and continued reading. "I have accepted my fate in this life. I have realized I cannot make anyone happy. My childhood was full of pain. There was no love, only fear. This is why I could not love you the way a wife should." Lucas's heart pounded as he read on. "I know you got Sandra pregnant. I found out from Abu, the security man, after you sent him away. He told me everything. From what I heard, you and Sandra are already living like husband and wife. I accept it. I blame myself." Tears filled Lucas's eyes. "I denied you comfort and joy in the bedroom. I refused you on our wedding night. I hurt you and even got you arrested. I pushed you into another woman's arms. Please take care of Sandra and the baby in my absence." Lucas became weak. He stood up, took cold water from the fridge, drank it quickly, and returned to finish the letter. "Don't look for me. You won't find me. I have gone far away where no one knows me. My father ruined my life completely. I cannot have children anymore because of the abortions I was forced to do for him. Doctors confirmed it." The letter ended. "Please forget me and be happy. Lydia, your ex-wife." Lucas broke down in tears. "I should have known," he cried. "I should have asked questions. I focused only on my desires and ignored her pain." As he cried, Sandra entered the room from her tailoring shop. "What happened?" she asked softly. Lucas handed her the letter. She read it and began to cry too. "I judged her wrongly," Sandra said. "She suffered too much." Sandra held Lucas's head on her lap and comforted him. From that day, Lucas and Sandra became inseparable. Months later, Sandra gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. Lucas named the girl Lydia and the boy Lucas Jr. "Wherever you are, Lydia," Lucas said quietly during the naming ceremony, "forgive me." This story teaches that love without truth becomes a trap. When a person is carrying deep trauma, silence can destroy a marriage faster than hatred. And when a partner responds with pressure, lies, or revenge, the pain multiplies. Consent is not optional. Communication is not optional. And healing must come before intimacy. If you're married or dating, ask questions with patience, create safety for honesty, and never ignore red flags. Because what's hidden today can explode tomorrow. Who do you blame the most in this story? Lucas, Lydia, Sandra, or Mr. Voodoo? And why? Should Lydia have told Lucas the truth earlier? Or was her fear understandable? Was Lucas justified to look for comfort elsewhere? Or did he betray his vows too fast? Do you think Lydia leaving was the right choice, or should she have stayed and healed with Lucas? What would you have done if you were Lucas on that wedding night? What lesson should parents learn from Mr. Voodoo's wickedness? Now comment below. Where are you watching from? Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, UK, USA, or anywhere in the world? Drop your location in the comments. If this story touched you, share it with someone, like the video, and subscribe to Lore Room for more deep, emotional, and moral stories.